In today's news, 25-member BVI squad announced ahead of CONCACAF game versus Puerto Rico. But Penn claims that the UK's acceptance of the National Unity Government hung on his and Turnbull's credibility. But VIP makes re-election bid, new vision, new mission, new solutions. NDP holds successful 2023 election launch, claims Penn. But viewers, these and more stories when 284 News return. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. My name is Kamal Haynes. Most of you know me from 284 News, but now you get to see me in a different light on my very own show called Health is Wealth. We have Joel Turnbull.
I don't want you to arch your back when you're pulling down.
Milton McLean.
First of all, right, your footwork.
Stephen Payne.
That was a 9 out of 10. I know you got the service down pat.
Steve Augustine.
You did a pretty hard workout today, so perhaps...
And as you can see, it's actually
you're feeling it.
Alonzo Boynes.
Taekwondo.
Adam Murrows.
I'll speak as if you're an absolute beginner.
I am an absolute beginner.
You are an absolute beginner.
And Seth Graham.
It bites.
It will bite.
Get your water, get your fruits and veggies, and experience a wealth of knowledge about getting healthy. Welcome viewers to the Monday, March 20th edition of 284 News. I am Kamal Haynes, bringing you the latest out of the British Virgin Islands. While leading today's news, a 25-member men's national training squad was announced this morning for the upcoming CONCACAF Nations League match against Puerto Rico on Thursday, March 23rd. The president of the BVI Football Association, Mr. Andy Bickerton, announced the team during a press conference on Monday, stating that a solid 11 players will be selected from the pool of players to face Puerto Rico.
We have the three goalkeepers, that's Daniel Guilford, and then back from England is Mackay Walters, who's been doing very well in training, and Simon, I'm not sure of his surname, sorry, Simon. And then in defence we have Troy, our captain, Jerry Wiltshire, Phil Nelson, Miggy Marshall, Gio Grant, Justin Smith, Denvin Jones, Kai Williams, and Jaden Abraham. Jaden is a youngster who's moved up from under-17s to train with the squad over the last few days. And then also Alejandro Santos. In midfield we have Tosh Gallimore, Luca Chilwell, Sheldon Toney, Robbie Green. We're pleased to welcome Robbie back. He's been unavailable for the last couple of years. Pleased to have him back. And another youngster moving up from the under-17s is Jaden Abrams. And another youngster is Ty Thomas. And then in the forwards we have Tyler Forbes, Livon Williams, just back from the UK, been there for the last six months. Jake Forbes, another youngster from the under-17s, Jahari Lacey. We have high hopes for him in the future, as we do for Azani Corwood, also back. Josh Bertie. So those are the squad that are presently in training.
Well, national coach Chris Kiwomia spoke on the youthfulness of the squad and the promising qualities that have been noticed from some of the players.
I've seen a real improvement of the potential of some of the younger players. You know, Jahari Lacey has been outstanding so far, and I'm sure hopefully he might be able to get a bit of game time on Thursday. You know, Azani Corwood is another one, and as I mentioned, the Abraham brothers from Virgin Gorda. But overall, I think we've got a good mix to the team. You know, with a bit of experienced players with, you know, Troy and Jerry, and even the younger players like Tyler Forbes are now becoming elderly statesmen of the team. And they've got to try and lead the team on the pitch and help the youngsters, which they have been doing. So, like I said, I'm looking forward to it. But most importantly, I'm looking forward to the players embracing the challenge of a very, very difficult game. You know, but I've told them to go out there and enjoy themselves and play with the freedom, but make sure that they do themselves proud and give 100%, which I'm sure they will do.
Well, meanwhile, Captain Troy Caesar said he is confident that his side will bounce back from the 6-0 loss against Puerto Rico last year. He also encouraged residents to come out on Thursday to support the local boys.
They went into the game on last year and they came back with a game plan, and we're working on that from last week. I mean, even before that, we've been working on that, and the guys are very intrigued for Thursday. But I'm just asking the community to just come out and support us. The energy from the last game against the Cayman Islands was very appreciative, and that transferred onto the field that gave us that energy that we needed for that 90 minutes. And the guys, as I said before, are intrigued for Thursday game because the result from last game against Puerto Rico, I am confident it won't be the same result on Thursday. I'm very confident in that. From the tactics and all the game plan we have to come on Thursday, I'm very confident in that.
Well, that game will commence at the A.O. Shirley grounds at 3 p.m. Well, moving on, viewers, to our next story, where Chairman of the National Democratic Party, Honorable Marlon Penn, has claimed that the acceptance of the National Unity Government by the United Kingdom was solely because of his credibility and the credibility of 2nd District Representative Melvin Mitch Turnbull. Well, Penn made a claim over the weekend during the launch of the NDP's candidates for the upcoming general election. Well, he said the Virgin Islands Party administration had lost all credibility following the arrest of former Premier Andrew Foy and the release of the Commission of Inquiry report.
The COI report, the arrest of the former Virgin Islands Party Premier, left the BVI in an untenable position. Simply put, the VIP administration had lost credibility to govern. This is why, in service to the country and to avoid the suspension of our Constitution and to preserve our right to govern ourselves, I joined the Unity Government. In large measure, the Unity Government and its acceptance by the UK hung on my credibility and the credibility of Honorable Turnbull. So when you hear those persons saying it's all about them, they had no credibility to govern this country moving forward.
Well, the 8th District Representative said choosing to join the National Unity Government was a sacrifice made on behalf of the people of the territory.
This is what I did and what I will always do. Make sacrifices in the best interest of this territory. But there's much, much, much more work to do. And I'm fully prepared to do it and get the job done with my team behind of me. This is why it was important to give you just a sample of my dedicated record of service, because they're up and down saying a lot of things, and we'll talk about that later on. I hope that it will inspire you to support me for another term and allow me to continue my service to you and this great little nation.
Well, up next, the VIP makes re-election bid and new vision, new mission, new solutions. NDP says they held a successful 2023 election launch. Well, these are more stories after a word from our sponsors.
Rashford made it. Manchester United have come from behind to lead.
At home or on the go, watch CCT Live. Download our app and carry your favorite TV shows, news, or live sports anywhere you go. Visit cctbvi.com/live, select your package, and tune in.
There are many ways to enjoy life, like so many ways to count on Popular.
Is that my lunch? Is that my lunch?
We're like the coworker that doesn't eat your lunch.
I'm John. I'm John.
CG Insurance. Good like that.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this thing like you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home. Keeping out that trouble me.
What's your name is?
She? I talk about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Welcome back, viewers. Well, over the weekend, the Virgin Islands Party officially launched its campaign for the 2023 general election under the theme, We Moving Forward Together. While signaling a real kick into the swing of things for the election season, Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Whitley has become the talk of the town for his lively engagement with supporters at political rallies. But this included an energetic delivery of one of the VIP's well-known promotional tracks.
Get the streamers in your hand. Let's go, let's go, let's go. VIP ready? Let's go, VIP. Get it in your hands.
We got to do it with no one ever.
Now is the time. This is the place.
This is the place.
We got a team.
We got the team.
We got a plan.
We got the plan.
We must unite.
We must unite.
That is the key.
That is the key. That's what for our country is the VIP. We're going
forward ever. Backward never. One direction forward. Together what? VIP. VIP. VIP.
Virgin Islands Party. Forward ever. Backward never. One direction.
Well, that night, the party presented its candidates, with each of which had their own time at the mic to make their contribution to the VIP's bid for public support. We're setting the scene for the evening and calling on Virgin Islanders to, and I quote, let the transformation continue, end quote, was Honorable Vincent Wheatley. He took to the stage before colleagues and supporters who gathered in his district on the island of Virgin Gorda, to be specific, for the event.
It was you, me, us, walking together as we so strong and resilient, doing our thing. Together, we started our transformation. We worked tirelessly to rebuild our communities, rebuild lives, to create opportunities for our people, and to chart a new course for our future. And tonight, I say to you, let the transformation continue. With Vincent Wheatley and Team VIP.
Well, candidate for District 1, Carol Dawson, stressed to those in attendance and all who listened into the event that it is important that the Virgin Islands, and I quote, elect a team, end quote, to address pertinent issues that continue to face the territory. But this, as the VIP remains the only political party to present a full 13 candidates in the general election.
It's important that we have a team because there are key issues facing us. There are matters related to the economy, health, and in particular, our relationship with the United Kingdom. These are things that must be seriously examined, and I believe that this is a team that can do it.
Well, meanwhile, at-large candidate Zoe Walcott cheered the party's leader, Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Whitley, as the person who she believes should emerge successful at the polls. An election, she believes, is about protecting who Virgin Islanders are as a people, affirming our values and reinstating the confidence of Virgin Islanders in each other.
I am proudly on board with the Virgin Islands Party because it is the only movement in these elections that has a leader. Through trying and difficult times, he has steered this VI ship safe to harbor. He has stood in the way of a complete takeover of the territory. My people, he has rubbed shoulders with Caribbean leaders. He has marched to London to fight for our cause. And he has garnered their respect. He has passed the accountability test, the integrity test, the governance test. He has passed the test for respect of institutions. And there is no guarantee that with another team, we will be able to stay clear of a complete takeover.
Well, the event was not without anticipated political antics, most notably from at-large Representative Honorable Carmen Malone, who picked fun at political opponents.
I reminded you that Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king horses and all the king men could not put NDP 1 and NDP 2 together again.
Well, despite the party's launch coinciding with St. Patrick's Day and continued talk of this year's candidates being the Lucky 13, Honorable Shari de Castro said that in this election, there is no dependence on luck by the VIP.
It is a great day because we have the Lucky 13. But this election 2023, we're not dependent on luck. This is no time to flip a coin with your future. Vote Virgin Islands Party as we move the Virgin Islands forward together. We're beckoning you to vote for change that you can count on. Of course, you know, I've stated a quote that I believe in and that has truly gotten me through the last year, especially of challenges and change. You can't get change if you give exact. But if you give more, you get change. I want you to let that sink in a bit. Because we each stand and sit here before you tonight seeking to be that change that we seek to see in the Virgin Islands.
Well, the Virgin Islands Party has since proceeded with individual candidate launches in each respective district. Well, our team will continue to bring you the coverage on these events as the election proceeds. Well, moving on, viewers, where Chairman of the National Democratic Party, Honorable Marlon Penn, has hailed the NDP's launch of its electoral candidates as a huge success. Well, on Saturday, 18th March, the National Democratic Party presented a slate of 9 candidates who will be contesting the upcoming general election under the NDP banner. The party said the NDP candidates are a strong mix of candidates with experience, competence, and integrity in business, government as former legislators.
Please welcome the man from down in the third. Who is he again?
I think he's a Parolon.
He's a Parolon?
He's a Parolon.
What's his name? Please welcome Aaron Parolon, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Come on. Shout out for Aaron Parolon, ladies and gentlemen.
Aaron Parolon, the man who ain't giving up in the third. He mean business. Ladies and gentlemen, so a red man for a real NDP by the blood, by the face, and another red,
You're getting a slip of the tongue. She is beautiful. Lady. She is beautiful.
Well, beauty is in the house. So we want to welcome herself, Dr. Who?
Doctor
You're getting slow, you know.
No, I ain't getting slow. I'm right there with you.
All right.
We have a lot of doctors on the team.
Her name is what, Sandy?
Sandy, that's what
Sandy on the hill. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it.
Dr.
Sandy
on
come
the hill.
forward. Sandy in the fort. Hello. I get you out and Sandy take over. What a thing.
It's a good handover. It's a good handover. Right? Very good handover.
She take over. All right. Sandy in the fort. Let's hear it again for Sandy. I hear something good down there now. I hear something good. Well, a man leave from all over the country, territorial at large and all kind of thing. And he gone in by the people where he born, he say up from up.
Johnson, what I think
no, free
Oh, it's free bottom too?
Sorry, mama. I getting stammering now. Free bottom.
Free bottom.
Please welcome for the 6th district, Myron Walwyn. Myron. Ladies and gentlemen, Myron Walwyn for the 6th district. He's here tonight, and we want to welcome him as he will be putting himself forward in the 6th district.
Well, 5 of the National Democratic Party's candidates will compete in districts 3, 4, 6, 8, and 9, with 4 candidates contesting the territorial at-large seats. Well, in a statement, the NDP's chairman and 8th district representative outlined his party's records of accomplishments.
We have a lot of solutions for the problems that are facing our country. And tonight, I'm going to outline our vision, and our new mission, and our solutions for this country moving forward. As chairman of the National Democratic Party, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the launching of the National Democratic Party's candidates for the 2023 election campaign. More than 12 years ago, I stood in front of you for my first political crowd in my hometown in East End, where I stood under the umbrella of the NDP family. With youthful exuberance and a hunger to serve, I pledged my commitment to the people of the 8th District and indeed the wider Virgin Islands. As I come to the end of my 3rd term in office and I reflect, I am proud of the work I have done in service to the people of the 8th District and the entire Virgin Islands. I stand on my record of achievements, and I thank each and every one of you who have helped me to make my journey and our work a success. Because it's not only with your support we were able to sustainably advance the sewage and roadworks and other infrastructure in our key areas of Eastern Landlocked community. Develop the Greenland football field in partnership with the PVIM Football Association, which has already provided business opportunities for residents and will help be developing a sports tourism and is indeed a model arrangement for public-private partnerships. And of course, the Red Bay Dock, which holds a special significance to me, not only because I swam there as a boy, but because I was able to transform it to be the base for a planned fishing facility, a facility that is crucial to and will be the catalyst for the development of our fisheries and our food production, security, and sustainability plans. I also had the pleasure of serving the people of this country as Junior Minister for Trade and Economic Development. There, the efforts of my team and I led to the improvements of the Trade Department, providing business support after the hurricanes, initiated to introduce the Trade Commission legislation, and drafting of the Consumer Protection, Investment Promotion, and Business Licensing Bill.
Penn also delivered details on how an elected NDP government would fund their proposed projects, initiatives, and other solutions through a simple and clear 3-point formula: raise revenue, cut costs, and borrow responsibly. Well, up next, PVIM's 4th District Paul A. Hewlett withdraws candidacy. Ian Smith, new candidate. We'll get to that story when 284 News return.
Is someone going to get that?
Hello.
Hello. So nice of you to have cleaned up for us. Hi, baby.
We're like in-laws that don't show up unannounced.
Don't worry. I've got this.
CG Insurance. Good like that.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Hun, it's asking for your password.
Huh?
You were logged out. I need the password.
BR.
What's the rest?
BRANDI, the number 4, EVER?
Who's Brandy?
We're like the password that isn't your ex-girlfriend's name. CG Insurance. Good like that.
I should have changed it.
You should have.
You're right.
Live stream cable TV is here with CCT Live. Access over 80 channels that you can watch either at home or when you're on the go. And don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Rewind and watch in your own time. Come to CCT today and ask about our 1-month free trial offer. CCT Live. Bring it home.
Welcome back, viewers. Well, in an official announcement on Sunday, March 19th, hours before their scheduled launch of the Progressive Virgin Islands Movement Party, where they would have announced that Paul A. Hewlett withdrew from the race and a new candidate will vie for the seat in the 4th District. What the statement read, and I quote, But the Progressive Virgin Islands movement advises the voters and residents of District 4 and residents of our territory of the withdrawal of Paul A. Hewlett as the PVIM 4th District candidate to the 5th House of Assembly. The storm continued, but Paul remains a member of the movement, but has prayerfully and altruistically decided to allow another candidate to stand for election in the 4th District at this time, end quote. Following the announcement, businessman Mr. Ian Smith was announced and presented as a replacement candidate for PVIM's 4th District.
Ladies and gentlemen, good night. It's so happy to see so many of you here supporting us. But I have two special guests, and we want to introduce you to them. We have worked hard to canvass these candidates, and they're very good candidates, and we're so happy to have them. First, I will introduce Ian Smith for District 4.
Everybody on the team go make things happen. You know we're stronger together. We got to try secure the future. We got one common goal. So let's go to the polls and vote progressive. Take it easy when you're trying to look out for each other.
Well, Smith, in his official address to the territory, spoke about Team PVIM and why he chose to align with the party.
Let me cut to the chase. This country is in shambles. The tongue has raw sewage running through and is dirty, and is a shameful excuse for the beauty that can exist here in our capital. Garbage, pollutants, export-only pesticides, and over-reliance on imports are making our people severely ill. Agriculture, fisheries continue to take a backseat. Many youths are misdirected and uninformed as to how they can take their proper place in this society. And when they try, financing is inaccessible. Trade licenses and work permit processes are enshrined in bureaucracy. And of course, we cannot do better because we do not have what it takes to negotiate access to substantial regional and international financing, funding, and support. What an embarrassment for this little country. That there are so many persons who want to invest in our progress, but just don't want to trust us and our government. Yes. What's wrong with this picture? I'll tell you, it's a lack of trust and confidence. It's a lack of trust and confidence. My colleagues and I are here because you, the people, want leadership you can trust. Yes. Leadership who has a conscience.
Well, viewers, that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Kamal Haynes, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. Bye-bye.
The wait is over. CCT Fire is here. Experience ultra-fast downloads, seamless streaming, and even more reliable connectivity on an all-new fire-blazing super-fast CCT Fiber network. CCT Fire. Bring it home and upgrade today.
Introducing a show poised to help guide modern-day men into 21st century distinguished gentlemen. It doesn't always involve suits and bow ties, but raw, real-life lessons. I'm taking you outside in the field to share the journey of some of the BVI's the best and brightest men. From East End to West End, Virgin Gorda to Joss Van Dyke, not forgetting Anigada. Our Virgin Islands gentlemen are doing the damn thing. We are the movers and shakers of this generation. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman. Season 4 by yours truly, Ron Grant. Raising a generation of greatness. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on 284.